You have good reason to believe that there is a world outside the mind. You are not the only one. You and your mind is not the only thing that exists. And why do we have good reason to believe so? Well, it seems that it's possible to be wrong about things, and that there is a world outside that we can be wrong about. It seems that people will have the same kind of experience if everybody looks at the door, they see something similar, which indicates that there is something in the world that gives us the same experience of seeing a door. And it seems we can't just make up whatever we want to be true about the world. If I think that I can run through this brick wall standing in front of me, and I try, then it will give resistance. And so these are different reasons than we have for believing that there is a world outside shaping and causing contents and of our perceptions and experiences, etc. But on the other hand, the only access we have to this world outside of mind is through our own mind. If I say to you, don't tell me how you think the world is, tell me how it actually is, then I'm giving you an impossible order. Because you can't do anything else than believe it. Just tell me how you believe it is. It might seem that we can, and so it's useful to distinguish between individual minds and mind at all. Because we can see other persons, they have brains, they make mistakes, there's a world outside of their mind, but when we look at this, it is through our own mind. And that's the same for everyone. If we try to make experiments or ask science to tell us how is the chair, what's the chair really like, or what's the planet Jupiter like outside of our mind and experience, all experiments we do are still within our mind, and we are reading the results from the experiments and the machines and everything. It's all something that we have access to through our mind. Nothing that we can access without doing it through our mind. So this is the case then, that we are inside our own mind, and we might wonder, well, how is this mind shaping and filtering and so on our experience of the world? Because it seems that our mind has evolved and has adapted to what's useful for us and our survival. For instance, we can see if there's a yellow lion standing in front of us, because then there are some particles there, and some photons, some light particles are in a particular frequency, are reaching our eyes, which we have a conscious experience of as yellow. And we see that the shape or the contour of this area is shaped as a lion, and we register this is dangerous, there's a lion in front of me. But we do not register that there are trillions of neutrinos passing through our bodies at the same moment, because neutrinos are irrelevant for us and our survival. So we don't notice that at all. But maybe at the same time as we were standing, maybe an alien was landing from another planet in a distant universe, landing, and they did not interact with electrons and quarks and so on that this lion was composed of, but they do interact with neutrinos. So maybe if we say that 2 meters in front of me is a yellow lion, then maybe this alien would say 2 meters in front of me, I see no yellow lion, I don't know what you're talking about, but I see this dangerous structure of neutrinos coming against us, which is poisonous for me. So they have adapted then to register these neutrino configurations that we don't see. And then of course we see or have an experience of something, they have an experience of something else, and there could be so many other possible experiences of something completely different that we don't know anything about. So this is the question we're wondering about then. We don't know the limitations of our own mind, how it works. We have reasons to believe this and that, but how in this situation, when we can only access the world through our own minds, how can we say something true about the world outside of the mind? That is the topic for the next videos.